Hi there, RC Girl here. Today we are taking a look at the all-new Axial SCX10 III base camp. This is the new ready-to-run rig from Axial. It has some of the same great features as the previous SCX10 III, but they've made a couple modifications. We're actually going to unbox this for the first time together, and of course then we're going to trail run it, so stay tuned. So if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Here you're gonna find RC reviews, tips and tricks, run videos, flight videos, and other things related to RC. So if you guys wanna see more, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also head over to my Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. Before we dive in, I did wanna mention I'm in the middle of a move, so it's been a little hectic over here, so I appreciate your patience. Sorry for the lack of videos. All right, so let's dive on into the box. Alrighty, Axial SCX10 III base camp. Here's everything that comes in the box. You got your freaking truck, looking pretty mean. We have our transmitter here. Comes with some AA batteries. Looks like there's two little shims in there, and wouldn't be an Axial kit without a T-wrench. And then we have our instructions pack. And you are going to need to provide your own batteries. Let's talk about the truck. I really like the proportions of it. I like the way this body looks. This is a Lexan body. I like the color gray. Looking cool. Looks good from some different angles. They did pare down some of the features, so your front grille here and the headlights are going to be a sticker. Maybe Night Customs will come out with some 3D printed parts in the near future. We can fix that, the scale look of that. But otherwise, yeah, I like the look of this truck. They have some nice little sort of mountain tree decals like I've done on some of my rigs before. Got all our sponsors here. The truck bed is actually just sort of like this flat color. They could have probably done like a texture to it to make it look like a bed, but it's not really a usable bed, so it's sort of level with the tailgate. Again, back here, we got a sticker for our lighting. There's a space for a hitch, or you can add a bike rack. I'm probably gonna add my Scale Crawlers and Customs 1-up bike rack to that and add a bike. It'll look kind of cool. For the front, we have our Demolo Off-Road front bumper. Plastic, kind of nice. Little plastic tow hooks here as well. And these are actually high clearance front and rear bumpers, so you can get some pretty steep approach angles without coming into contact with the feature. No front lighting, but there are spots to put that. No rock sliders, we're gonna have to add those ourselves. Also, it doesn't have any wheel fenders, so we're also gonna have to look into that for sure. The SCX10 III base camp is gonna be most similar to the SCX10 III Jeep JLU. These are all 12.3-inch wheel-based rigs. However, the new base camp features the new LCXU single-speed 5-gear transmission, which is mounted a little bit lower than it was in the Jeep version. This is going to lower your center of gravity. Also really nice that they made the Jeep body compatible with the base camp platform, so you can use those hidden body mounts. And like the previous SCX10 III, this one also comes with AR45P portal axles. I took a look inside the diff and inside the portal gears, and those were all nice and well greased. And while I had the plastic diff cover off, I replaced it with a heavy brass one from Trio. This truck comes with Falken Wild Peak mud terrain tires. They're mounted on Black Rhino plastic rims. These are actually not a true bead lock, they're glued on. And they come with these little scale caps here, which I really like. Hopefully I don't lose them. And also they are vented, so if you want to run in water, make sure to tape up those holes. On our windows are not see-through, so no scale interior on this one. The body is held on by 4 body clips, 2 back here, 2 in the front. Those aren't hidden like they are on the JLU. White interior of the body. I don't know what that gray is. Looks like that might have been some spray or something, but no worries there. Alrighty, here we go. All right, so here we have the inside of the rig. Awesome. So this does look like a pared down SCX10 III. So I recognize some familiar features. You are going to get the optional 2 battery trays here. If you want to run a shorty or a bigger pack, you have 2 options. Here is our Spectrum AE5 waterproof speed control. You can see these 2 pins here. You can switch between LiPo and NIMH battery, or also change your forward, braking, and reverse, or you can just have forward and braking or forward and reverse. So a couple options for tunability. It is running an IC3 connector. I think I'm going to be running this 2S 4000 milliamp hard pack, which slides in nicely there. Awesome. Our motor here is a 35 turn 540 size brushed motor. Pretty standard for the Axial offerings. I think we're actually going to upgrade these 2 guys to a 2-in-1 option, which is gonna very much streamline our wiring here. This is the Spectrum Firma censored brushless motor ESC combo. It is a motor and a speed control and a single motor can unit. This is the 1400 kV version. It's going to be a little bit longer than the stock brushed motor, but the platform has enough room to accommodate it. And it's going to give you a lot more tunability if that's something that you're looking for. Here's the new LCXU single speed 5-gear transmission. So it's going to be a little bit more simple. No need for a shift servo. Our receiver is here. It actually doesn't come in a receiver box, so that is not going to be waterproof. If you want to waterproof it, I'd recommend getting a receiver box, or I actually got some new product from Cal RC. They make a ton of different maintenance parts for the RC hobby for cleaning. They make pit mats. They make different types of greases. We're going to put this waterproof coating on our receiver. You just paint it on one side, sort of like nail polish, and let it dry for about an hour. We're just going to put a generous coat in our receiver here, and that's going to waterproof it. Kind of cool. This is a 3-channel Spectrum 315 receiver, so we're using up 2 of the channels with our steering and our throttle, and we're going to be using the spare 3rd channel for a servo winch. We have a chassis mounted servo, Spectrum S614 servo. It's 15 kilograms of torque. It says that it comes waterproof. Looks like a 23 tooth metal servo arm here. We'll give this one a try out of the box and see how it does. Lots of options for mounting servo winches. So you can mount one here. There's also 2 options for mounting servos here. I don't know why you would need 3 servos. Maybe somebody correct me. Why do you need so many servos? For my servo winch, I went with the Power Hobby 770 servo winch. Actually, my first time setting up a servo winch. They can rotate complete 360, and you use the 3rd channel button on your transmitter. It allows you to control and unwind and wind up the winch on this spool. So it winds up the metal cable on the spool. They're super powerful compared to the more aesthetic looking winches that I've used in the past. These can actually tow some. Here are our steel chassis rails. Let's take a look at our links as well on the bottom. 3-link front suspension, 4-link rear. Kind of thin links, but nice that they're all metal. I actually upgraded my SCX10 III links, so I have the original ones. We can maybe think about swapping out those links. Talk about the suspension. It actually feels really nice and plush. So it says that they've redesigned their shocks here. So it looks like there's aluminum bodies. There's a threaded collar here to change the preload. Looks like where it attaches though, we have plastic caps here. But yeah, they seems like a really nice suspension. We got plastic drive shafts here. We're also going to have fully locked diffs. It doesn't come with any rock sliders. I do have some spare rock sliders actually, so we will see if those fit with this and fit the body appropriately. Our transmitter here, so this is going to be a cheaper, looks like a cheaper pared down version of the DX3. This is the SLT3. Looks like you have your steering rate, your throttle, and your steering trims. And then it looks like you can reverse some of your channels. You can also limit your throttle, which that's kind of nice. If you have kids or someone that doesn't know how to drive, you can turn them down to 50, 75, or 100% throttle. Looks like our power button is there. Really nice that you can reach the wheel to do one-handed steering. Yeah, it feels nice in the hand. Nothing crazy, but this will definitely get the job done. I'm going to be using this S155 G2 smart charger. Paired with the smart batteries makes it so easy. Literally all you do is plug it in and it charges itself. Charging. All right, I added some 3D printed goodies. I actually stole these from my Element Trail Runners. Night Customs has a ton of 3D printed overlanding files. So these are some gas cans in a little holder here and some Pelican cases. And also I have a 1-up bike rack from Crawlers and Customs. This is also 3D printed, and I 3D printed this downhill mountain bike. So this is a Night Customs downhill mountain bike file. I learned to 3D print, so I'll actually have to go over that in a separate video. I got into resin 3D printing, and this is one of the first prints that I did. So one of the last steps, we're gonna put on our tiny decals. We actually don't have a ton of real estate back here because I have all my scale accessories. So we're gonna fit a couple things here, maybe put some on the side windows. And people always ask where I get all these. This is just a tiny fraction of my sticker sets. Blood Brothers Graphics makes a couple logo decal sets. Otherwise, I sort of just get them with parts or sort of randomly ordered actually these custom Santa Cruz ones myself. This one's from Scale Builders Guild. Otherwise, they just sort of come with all of the scale accessories and parts. All right, let's turn this on. So I did a little test run and I actually had to go back inside and make a couple quick adjustments. There was getting a little bit of a tire rub in like high articulation angles. So the wheels were rubbing on the body, causing this like scraping noise. They actually recommended moving out the bumper so it's not sort of pushing the body down towards the tires. And it's a ton better already, I notice. I also took some Lexan scissors and shaved off a little bit back here, and also on the back I shaved a little bit of the fender here. I might need to do a little bit more. I actually brought the scissors with me to make some adjustments on the trail if needed, but yeah, seemed a lot better. Alrighty, so what do I think about this rig after having some time to trail test it? I really love it a lot. I really like the simplicity of it. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it's also going to be really reliable out on the trail. So you don't have to worry about any shift servos going bad or anything happening to your 2-speed or your dig. It's also at a really great price point for a ready to run rig. Comes with everything. All you have to do is pick up your own battery and charger. It is a great platform to build off of, and that's a really fun part of the hobby. So you're probably going to want to get some inner fenders, some rock sliders, some lighting. Those are the fun things that you can customize over time. I also like the look of it. Sort of has a Santa Cruz mountain bike vibe to it. I don't know if Axial's come out with a modern truck style body before, so I really like it. Sort of reminds me of the TRX4 Sport version of the TRX4 platform. Also comes with really soft suspension. It's sort of in like this half droop setup, so it sits really low in the travel. I like that for crawlers. You sort of get that realistic body movement. With the included 4 spare pistons, you can do some tuning there yourself if you want. It is going to be a 3-channel rig, so enough room to add something like a servo winch if you want, but anything more than that, for example, if you want remote control lighting, you're going to have to upgrade your receiver transmitter to something like the DX5 Rugged or DX5 Pro and an SR515 receiver, which gives you more options to add additional channels. Kind of cool that the transmitter it comes with the 50, 75%, and 100% throttle options. It gives you a couple speed options without having to change the gearing of your rig. I think it's going to be a really popular platform. I really enjoyed mine. Really great addition to the RC trail truck offerings. Huge thanks to Axial Adventures for sending one of these out to my channel. I'll put links to everything I mentioned in this video in the description box below if you want to check them out. Huge thank you also to my patrons on Patreon. Appreciate all your support through thick and thin. I know I've slowed on my video production in the middle of a move, so this is probably actually my last video at this house. Kind of bittersweet. Gonna have to pack up all my crawler course features, bring it to the new place. Thanks for tuning in. As always, make sure to like and subscribe, or see you later.